Born and bred in a psycho's head, hunting the dead, 2 steps ahead. A mastermind, host of crying, a soldier keeper, fears awake. A sinister path, shadow amassed, screams of fright, crawl in the night. The wicked cry, the threshold high, on his man lie, not willing to die.
The Mink. Part 1. Crow's Cry. In the heart of the city, where the skyline scraped the heavens and the streets pulsed with life, there lay a shadow, a whisper that sent chills down the spines of even the bravest souls. That whisper belonged to a man known only as the Mink. The Mink ruled the underbelly of society with an iron fist, his name synonymous with fear and respect. The stories told of his prowess were embellished yet grounded in a chilling reality. They called him the Mink, not just for his uncanny ability to replicate the tactics and strategies of his enemies, but for the way he mirrored their worst fears and desires. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows over the city, a young detective named Caroline prepared to confront the Mink. The Mink's name was a specter in the precinct. No one dared to speak of him directly. They referred to him as the Bogeyman, a name that felt safer on their lips. But Caroline was different. Taking down the Mink would make her career. It would kill 2 birds with 1 stone. No one would ever make fun of her name again. They would all fall down on their knees and bow down. Caroline's resolve hardened. She wasn't going to let fear dictate her life or her career any longer. As she gathered her coat and badge, she made a decision. She would go to that building, confront whatever lay within, and demand answers. The elevator hummed softly as it ascended, and she felt every inch of elevation as a weight upon her chest. The doors slid open with a soft chime, revealing a lavish lobby adorned with marble and gold, the epitome of wealth and power. Behind the reception desk, an imposing figure in a tailored suit regarded her with a raised eyebrow. "Detective Caroline," he said, his voice smooth as silk. "What brings you to our humble abode?" "I'm here to see the Mink," Caroline replied, trying to project confidence she didn't entirely feel. "Tell him it's about Sharon Sax." The man's expression shifted slightly, a flicker of surprise crossing his face before it settled back into an inscrutable mask. "I'm afraid that's not possible. I'm not leaving until I speak to him. This isn't a request." The tension in the air thickened, but Caroline held her ground. The man chuckled softly, a sound devoid of warmth. "You're brave, detective. I'll give you that. But bravery without wisdom can lead to embarrassing consequences." "Then let's see how wise I am," she shot back, her heart pounding in her chest. The man smiled. He turned and gestured for her to follow. Caroline's heart raced as she stepped deeper into the belly of the beast, her instincts screaming at her to turn back. Yet she pressed on. The corridor was dimly lit, the walls lined with photographs of smiling faces, prominent figures, business moguls, and politicians. Each photo seemed to mock her resolve, a testament to the Mink's influence. At the end of the hall, a heavy door loomed, ornate and foreboding. The man knocked twice and opened it just enough for Caroline to slip through. Inside, the room was both intimidating and mesmerizing. A large oak desk dominated the space, behind which sat the Mink himself, cloaked in shadows. His jawline was steely, his eyes burned with a frightening intensity that sent shivers down Caroline's spine. "Detective," he greeted, his voice low and resonant. "To what do I owe the pleasure?" "Where is she?" Caroline demanded, refusing to back down. The Mink leaned back in his chair, a smile creeping across his face that sent a wave of nausea through her. "Do we have a name?" "You know damn well whom I'm talking about. Sharon. Did you hurt her?" She pressed, her voice steady despite the tempest of emotions roiling inside her. "Hurt her?" The Mink echoed, feigning surprise. Caroline clenched her fists, fighting the urge to lunge across the desk and shake the truth from him. "Then where is she?" He waved a hand dismissively. "I assume somewhere minding her business." "I know who you are," she spat, the words tasting bitter on her tongue. The mink chuckled, a sound devoid of any real humor. Ah, but I'm a monster with rules. You should appreciate that in this chaotic world. Where is she? Caroline demanded, her voice rising with urgency. The mink smiled, leaning back and steepling his fingers. As Caroline stepped back into the corridor, feeling utterly helpless, she set her watch. The man who had led her in stood waiting, a shadowy sentinel. "Did you get what you wanted?" he asked, his tone mocking. She rolled her eyes, uninspiring. The man stepped aside, smiling at the detective as he let her pass. As the elevator descended, Caroline's mind raced. She could still hear his word. "Detective, if you breathe and give me a chance to respond. Sharon Sax is inaccessible until tonight at 9. She's a guest at the Crow's Cry. I'll have reservations reserved for you." "If that's all, detective," he smiled, watching her wither. "I have work to do." "Dress well, detective," his last words echoed.
Crows cry, crows cry, my wings to fly. Crows cry, crows cry. Brick by brick, queen of bone, fermented wine, equal time, emotions crying, lies die, right or wrong, a man hold his own. Crows cry, echoing line, my wings to fly, my wings to fly. Crows cry, crows cry, crows cry, my wings to fly.